Dutchbuzz.
Curious to know what's happening in The Hague? Join the international team on Dutchbuzz.
Dutchbuzz is a radio program on Haag FM with news, views and interviews about what's happening in The Hague. And we do this in English because we have a very big international community in The Hague. And that's our focus group. I was out of work for a very short time and I thought, well, what can I do? I'd been in The Hague for 11 years and I thought, you know what, why don't you start up what you used to do in South Africa, which was produce a news program. So I approached the Haag FM and they almost laughed me out of the office because they said, English, we don't do English on a Dutch station. Anyway, I presented them with a demo a week later. I didn't give up easily. And they kind of said, when can you start? That was 12 years ago.
Okay, 30 seconds.
We broadcast just once a week on a Tuesday evening at 9, from 9 to 10, an hour.
Always closely connected to the city of The Hague, our guest, Andrew van Esch, became a city council member this year. And it's been a momentous year.
We start with the talking point of the week. We often do a news bulletin with translated news from Omroep West and the Haag FM of, the highlights of the week. And then we invite a guest, a studio guest, somebody who's relevant, is lively and informative. Can you give us some examples, Andrew?
Well, one of the things that I wanted now also is to have a more efficient working council.
And then we usually follow that up with what we call the Hague Pearls. There are certain people in the international community that deserve a bit of attention because they do more than the norm for the international community in The Hague. They go that mile further. And we call them the Hague Pearls.
Dutchbuzz is heel belangrijk voor Den Haag, omdat die internationale gemeenschap gewoon veel meer informatie meegeeft over in die stad waar ze nou eigenlijk wonen. Want de kranten die lezen ze niet, want die zijn in het Nederlands. En dan is het heel fijn om gewoon goede achtergrondinformatie te krijgen over wat hier speelt, wat hier belangrijk is, wie de mensen zijn, maar ook wat voor leuke evenementen hier plaatsvinden. Het bewijst ook wel is dat het langste of oudste programma is van Den Haag FM, al 12 jaar. En dat kan alleen maar omdat er gewoon heel veel mensen naar luisteren en ook echt behoefte naar is.
I think what makes Dutchbuzz special is that it's so incredibly international. I mean, we've had members on our team from at least 20 nationalities. We are all volunteers. And they all come and go, as internationals do. So if anybody is interested in joining the Dutchbuzz team, we always welcome good voices and curious people. Dutchbuzz is on Den Haag FM, so it's denhaagfm.nl. And Dutchbuzz has its own website, dutchbuzz.nl. If you're curious about what's happening in The Hague, listen to Dutchbuzz.
Listen again next week, Tuesday, when you will hear another edition of Dutchbuzz that's full of news, views and interviews.